Senior Master Sergeant SMSgt Webb. I'm Staff Sergeant Daniel Underwood, and it is my honor to serve as your narrator for today's ceremony. Throughout the ceremony, you will be given cues to stand and be seated as appropriate. As a reminder, during the playing of ruffles and flourishes, the General's March, and the National Anthem, all military members should stand at attention during the National Anthem, and all civilian guests should place their right hand over their heart. And if you have not done so now, please place your cell phones on silent or turn them off. Our ceremony today honors Senior Master Sergeant SMSgt Webb, after 26 years of distinguished military service to our nation. Our presiding officer this afternoon is Major General Thomas J. Sharpie, Deputy Commander, Air Mobility Command. Today's ceremony takes place at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, the home of Air Force aviation, research, development, acquisition, and logistics support. The base's roots go all the way back to 1917 when the Army Signal Corps created a new airplane engineering department in Dayton at Cook Field. 95 years later, we recognize this as the core upon which the Air Force is built. There are few places more fitting that we can hold an Air Force retirement ceremony than the birthplace of aviation itself. Today, just a mile or two away from where the Wright brothers themselves learned to fly, we proudly salute and bid farewell to a leader who has been instrumental in ensuring the United States Air Force is the world's premier warfighting organization. We would like to welcome a very special guest today, Senior Master Sergeant's best friend, Miss Michelle Krasinski.
Not yet. Go sit down.
Thank you, I didn't want to tell her that. Although unable to attend, we would also like to recognize Senior Master Sergeant Webb's parents, Glenn and Linda Webb, and her brother, Matthew, and his wife, Katie. We would like to thank them for the support for which they have provided throughout her career. Additionally, we would like to welcome our distinguished guests, representing the Director, Airspace and Cyber Operations, Air Force Material Command, Colonel Rick Johns. Hey! Representing the Commander of the 88th Air Base Wing, Vice Wing Commander, Colonel David Enzadua. We would also like to extend a warm welcome to Sergeant Webb's Powder Keg Harley and Hash Horse Harrier families. Sorry, Hash House. We thank you all for celebrating with us today. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for ruffles and flourishes and the presentation of the colors and the singing of the national anthem. Honor guard, post the colors.
Color. Age. Oh. On. Color. Oh. Reset. On.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof Thank you, Honor Guard. And how about a round of applause for Airman First Class Barry Fortgate? Please be seated. And ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to introduce you to Major General Thomas J. Sharping.
Ready?
Bring it.
Well, hey, thanks for allowing me to share this special day. And for all of you for coming out and celebrating 26 years of dedicated and amazing service. As I look out at the crowd, I got to just recall that serving our great Air Force is all about relationships. It's all about the fellow airmen that you work with and for. And it's all about the friends that you make along this journey. And I know that each one of you might not share the stage with Nancy today, but I know that you're a part of who she is. Because as you go out and you look at the way that she's led, it was with passion, it was with conviction, and it was with the airmen in mind. And I know that not everyone that shared that experience is with her today, but in some way I think they are, whether it's inside her, but they're a part of who she is. So anyway, I just want to recognize you being here. And I'm both humbled and honored to be able to share this day with Nancy. It's pretty awesome because I've got to go back, to the time we met back in 2007. And I think she asked me to retire, 10 years ago, I think it was, when she asked me to retire. Neither of us knew how long we'd be doing this, but it's pretty awesome that I get to share this with you today because I got to know her both on a professional level and on a personal level. And I couldn't be more excited about both of those relationships. I got to start off by thanking those who are out in video land who couldn't be here because as we know that Nancy wouldn't be here, it wouldn't have been possible without her parents, Glenn and Linda, who could not be here today, but I know that they're watching. But they've always been a phone call away. When she's needed them, they were there for her throughout her career. And also her brother Matt, who has been taking care of her parents while Nancy was out gallivanting. And those of us who know Nancy, gallivanting is the right word. Around the world. And also Mickey Krasinski, thank you for being here. Not now, by the way. She said that when you turned around, she said, wow, look at that, she is trainable. Chief Scott is here on somewhere, thanks for being here. Matt Sergeant Fraser and the men and women from the Command and Control Center who did an outstanding job putting this on. We were standing back there, Nancy said, I said I'd rather be golfing, and she said she'd rather be riding. Touche. It is a beautiful day, but these events don't happen with a lot of hard work, and I just want to thank those who put it together. Like I said, I met Nancy back in 2007, back when I was Colonel Sharpie, and when I saw her yesterday, apparently I am still Colonel Sharpie. That's okay, because I had a lot of fun when I was a colonel because I got the command. That was back at Fairchild Air Force Base, back at the time when she had cross-trained into the command post. And, my number one worry when I was a wing commander was my command post. Because if we didn't get that right, the messaging and the command and control capability that we had in support of our nuclear mission, then I wouldn't have a job. And our nation would probably be at risk. And so when Nancy came in as a cross-trainee, I said, at that time, she called her that she was my senior NCO, which was pretty cool. And apparently when she sent me a card yesterday, she's still my senior NCO. But the challenge was, as I gave to her, is we need to take our command post, which was struggling, and fix it. And she wasn't even qualified, and she started to fix it right away. I'll relay a story about how she was trying to fix it. Emphasis on trying here. I called her on the phone and said, Nancy, why am I under my desk? And she's like, I don't know, sir, why are you under your desk? And I said, well, because the sirens are going on. Either we're under attack, or I'm under my desk for no reason. And she said, sir, let me fix it. What I learned that day was a couple things. A, she didn't ruffle. But B, the command post didn't know that our attack sirens could be heard inside the command post. Everybody else on base knew, but apparently the command post did not. So, anyway, so she fixed it, and that was a week 2, I think. So let's go back and talk about why. We all serve for different reasons. Some put on a uniform to pursue childhood dreams. Some to chase adventure around the world. Others to be a part of something greater and bigger than themselves. For Nancy, she told me she joined for all the above. And as you go back and you look at what she's done in this 26 years, I'd say, bravo Zulu, job well done, because she's done all those things. In her 26 years, she's held 3 Air Force specialties, 13 different duty titles, 10 assignments within 6 major commands, and has deployed 8 times. She's received 16 decorations, to include a Bronze Star, and maybe another, where she was recognized for exemplary leadership and devotion and dedication to duty. As I said, she's not only enthusiastic about the mission, she's committed to personal self-improvement and the development of her airmen. She has earned 3 associate's degrees and a bachelor's degree, all with a different last name. Got her as well. Here's the impressive part. All in all, Nancy has visited 44 countries, drank beer on the top of Mount Fuji, picked dates from the palms in the oasis of the Sahara Desert in Tunisia, ate delicious horse steak in Iceland, fired a 50 caliber machine gun from a rescue helicopter during a mission over Afghanistan, and bounced on a donkey while playing polo in Spain. That's a big change from the creeks to the pastures and the barns that she grew up playing in back in Texas. Again, she got to see the world. So let's take you back to the beginning of her journey in the Air Force. It began on Wednesday, fitting, back on August 19th, 1992, at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas. Following 42 days of basic training, she traveled to Chanute Air Base in the great state of Illinois for her first Air Force specialty training as a liquid fuels maintenance crew. Upon completion, she PCS'd across the Atlantic to her first duty station, Bitburg Air Base, Germany. It's not just a beer, it was once a base. And only a year and 5 months later, she was reassigned back to Shepherd, where as a senior airman, she was responsible for the training of 122 personnel, configured 126 deployable weapons configurations and containers, and was responsible for the storage and delivery of 24,000 rounds of ammunition as a senior. Again, great responsibilities during her career. But the good deal didn't last long, because a year later, she started a new adventure into what would be her passion for the next decade of her military career. She completed, I would say history, but it's aerospace historian technical training. Got to have aerospace in there back in September 1995, and then she headed off to be a wing historian at Moody Air Force Base. And you're going to see a trend that's now going to be repeated throughout. She shows up, learns her job, makes an impact, and then deploys, and then comes back and PCSs. We're just letting repeat. You're going to hear that several times. So during that assignment at Moody, she deployed twice in support of Operation Northern Watch and Northern Anvil. And then in 2000, she got to do another European vacation, where she was sent over to be the non-commissioned officer in charge at Lakenheath in England. Excuse me. It was during that time that, after she came in and made a difference, that she did her third deployment in support of Operation Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom, and received accolades for her attention to detail in combat for managing over 8,000 electronic files and over 35,000 documents. When Nancy's tour ended in England, she hopped the plane back to the States, and now a technical sergeant. She earned her place as chief wing historian at Charleston Air Force Base, South Carolina. During this assignment, she again deployed in support of Enduring Freedom and Iraqi Freedom, and also in the wake of Hurricane Katrina, providing relief supplies to those in greatest need. Fortunately, after a decade of serving as a historian, Nancy was looking for a new challenge. I'm not sure if she picked it or they picked her, but she cross-trained into the command post career field. Now a Master Sergeant, she found a great Fairchild, and we heard about her blazing start. But she continued to excel, and we had a challenge getting our airmen through the training program. About a 9-month program, and we had over 50% failure rate until she got there. And she got qualified, and she taught the airmen how to be able to do it, and we reduced our washout rates by 75% due to the way that she trained our airmen, which was awesome. And she fixed our command post. We went from probably worst to first because of her leadership. And I didn't lose any sleep over what our command post did. But, you know, as we talked, I remember when she got the tasking, as soon as she took the testing, got qualified. About 9 months later, they said, hey, you're going to go deploy again. And I couldn't say no. I wanted to, but I didn't. And so she deployed again in support of Iraqi freedom as a superintendent at Baghdad International Airport. And during this time, she was instrumental in execution of close to 6,000 missions, moving 120,000 personnel and 50,000 tons of cargo. Again, impressive. And then I left before she did. When she got back to Fairchild, she got another assignment. And the next stop was at Kadena Air Base in Okinawa, Japan, as the superintendent of the 18th Wing Command Center. During this assignment, she answered the nation's call. In 2011, was selected to deploy for a 6-month, 179 deployment that turned into a 365 two-base tour as we were supposedly retrograding out of the AOR and bringing people home. She went from Balad to Al Jaber in Kuwait, and she led her team through 77 base attacks, over 12,000 missions with 0 mishaps. It's also where our paths crossed again. And it was always nice to catch up with Nancy, whether it be in a dining facility or on the flight line, learning about what she's done. But at the tail of it, she never talked about her. She always talked about how she could help her. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then again, from there she went to Ramstein Air Base, and as I was walking across the base, who I run into? Again, because we were stationed there together. And what did she talk about? Not about her, a little bit. Maybe she has to retire then, but she talked about her airmen. And that's her passion. That's her passion. Lastly, Nancy's career culminates here like that. And with all the other assignments, she got here and deployed in support of Operation Freedom Center, where she received or about to receive another bonus. We don't just give those away. They're earned. And when you talk about an airman, an NCO and a senior NCO that continually deploys every assignment, that's amazing. And the impact that she, because not only does she love her airmen, she takes care of her. And the one thing that I will tell you is every airman who has met or worked with or for Nancy will never forget her. No, good and bad now. I said they will never forget her because she is unique. And if you go back and you look on that book back there, Johnny Cash, I think that's a perfect fitting for the way I characterize her. Because she's passionate, she's out of the box, but she cares more about others than she does herself. And to me, that's the type of leader that we're here celebrating today. You've left an incredible mark on many airmen, including me. And our great Air Force is good mission. It's more than just professional, it's personal. And you have impacted thousands that you've touched on in your career. I'm extremely honored to be standing here with you today to celebrate that 26-year career on this Wednesday morning, 26 years later. And I am proud that you asked me to do this a while back, and I'm amazed that the schedule works like it do. But thank you all for being here, and thank you for those in BTC land, and thank those airmen that have made you who you are. We can't go with you on your 17-month journey, Wish I could. But I know that the Army will be with you wherever you go for the rest of your life. And you have impacted them, and hopefully they've impacted you as well. So thank you, and God bless, and good luck as you go forward. Thank you for what you've done for our force and for each one of us. Thank you. I would round of applause. Thanks.
Please stand for the medal presentation and remain standing for the publishing of the official retirement order. Attention orders. Citation to accompany the award of the Bronze Star Medal to Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb. Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb distinguished herself by meritorious achievement as Superintendent, Wing Staff Agencies, and Superintendent Command Post, 455th Air Expeditionary Wing, while engaged in action against an enemy of the United States at Bagram Airfield, Afghanistan, from 10 October 2016 to 18 October 2017. During this period, while deployed in support of Operations Freedom Sentinel and the Resolute Support Mission, she was personally exposed to significant risk of hostile action while involved in an improvised explosive device and multiple indirect fire attacks. Sergeant Webb led 42 Wing Staff Airmen who provided 11 essential functions critical to the effective operation of the United States Air Force's sole combat wing in Afghanistan. She also provided unparalleled support to 37 unit commanders at 3 geographically separated locations who enabled the effective execution of more than 17,000 combat sorties that conducted 2,210 kinetic strikes and airlifted 56,500 tons of cargo and 78,800 passengers. At Afghanistan's only command post, Sergeant Webb developed memorandums of agreement with other units across the combined joint operations area at Afghanistan and revamped critical information reporting to ensure that 450 messages reached higher headquarters commanders. Sergeant Webb expertly led her airmen during 52 rocket attacks, enabling the wing to restore airfield operation in an average of 25 minutes, which permitted over 200 aircraft to resume critical missions. She also helped execute 2 C-5 multi-module stage operations, enabling the Air Force, the United States Army's successful lift of 168 helicopters and associated cargo throughout the country. Finally, when a suicide vest detonated on base, ultimately killing 5 personnel and injuring over 25 others, she initiated personnel accountability for the staff, increased force protection conditions, and communicated accurate, concise information to chain of command. As a result of her tireless action throughout the year, the wing seamlessly executed the air tasking and ensuring area support was ever present for frontline forces across Afghanistan area of responsibility, saving untold lives. The exemplary leadership, personnel endeavor, and devotion to duty displayed by Sergeant Webb in this responsible position reflect great credit upon herself and the United States Air Force.
Clap now. You ready? Okay, here we go. What was your order?
Attention orders. Special order number AC-009307. Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb, Superintendent, AFMC Command Center, Headquarters, Air Force Material Command, Wright-Patterson Air Force Base, Ohio. Effective 31 August 2018, you are relieved from active duty, organization, and station of assignment. Retired effective 1 September 2018. Per AFI 36-3203 in the grade of Senior Master Sergeant by order of the Secretary of the Air Force. General Sharkey will now present Senior Master Sergeant Webb with her retirement certificate, and it reads: Certificate of Retirement from the Armed Forces of the United States of America. To all who shall see these presents, greetings. This is to certify that Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb, having served faithfully and honorably, was retired from the United States Air Force on the first day of September 2018. Signed, General David Goldfein, Chief of Staff. General Sharpie will now present Sergeant Webb with a certificate from the Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force, and it reads, I am proud to join your friends and family in congratulating you on your retirement from the United States Air Force. Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb, the achievements and contributions you have made throughout your career are indicative of the core values of our great service. Your retirement is well-deserved, but your selfless contributions will sorely be missed. On behalf of all airmen, thank you for your faithful and devoted service to our nation. As this chapter in your life closes and a new one begins, I hope the years ahead are filled with more great memories and continued success. Signed, Caleb Wright, Chief Master Sergeant of the Air Force. Now, Miss Michelle Krasinski, will you please come forward?
So Mickey and I met in 1995 when I got, about a week after I arrived at Moody Air Force Base in Georgia. And ever since then, she has been my North Star. Sorry. Anyway, so I figured it was appropriate to be the constellations. And that even though we're not together, we're always together.
And as I mentioned earlier, Sergeant Webb's parents and brother were not able to join us today, sadly. However, Sergeant Webb would still like to formally recognize their significant contributions to her career. The Military Parent Medal is presented to Glenn and Linda Webb. The sacrifice of the parent of the military member renders is beyond compare. As a parent, they willingly offer their blessing when their child is compelled to serve in their country. If it were not for the military parent, for the child's service, America would not enjoy all the freedoms that exist today.
So in the last paragraph of this, it says, the Military Parent Medal is my way of saying to you that you were then, as now, one of the most important parts of my life. It was your understanding, love, and assurance that enabled me to know what I was accomplishing was important. So thank you for being there. To the camera, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And my brother also and his wife can't be here, but I got him something. He's all grown up now. He's 40. And he has a nice job, and he's got a desk and everything. So I wanted to give him something he can show off at work. And so for my brother, it says, Matthew Webb, a big sister's love for her little brother, may often go unspoken, but is always present. Thank you for your sacrifice to our nation's freedom. Love you, Matt. Thanks.
Every retiree receives a special retirement pin as a memento of their active duty service. At this time, Sergeant Webb asked that Mr. Dan Soha place this pin on her lapel to symbolize her transition from active duty status to retired status.
I knew which side you're wearing.
So envious of the adventure you're about to embark upon. I wish I was going with you. And
The pin stands as a testament of her service to our great nation. To all who see it, know that Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb has met all challenges set before her and has served our great country with pride, honor, and dignity. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor to introduce for the very first time Senior Master Sergeant Nancy J. Webb, United States Air Force, retired.
conglomeration of this whole epic adventure that it's been. My sincere thanks to Sergeant Wireman, to Scott, Sergeant Underwood, Liz, Hopperich, Sergeant May back, and all the guys that helped put this together. It's very, very special, and I really appreciate the time and energy for this. Bear with me, I'm really involved. So, two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not take both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it met in the undergrowth. In 1992, I found myself at a crossroads. I could stay where I was and slowly basically drown, or I could get out fast and do something with my life. I figured the military could give me a chance to travel, money from school, so why not? Couldn't be worse than life at the time. So I went to the Navy recruiter. But since women on, where's Kelly? Where's the sailor? There he is. Since women on ships weren't really common, and what's the point of being in the Navy if you're not on a boat, right? So I went over to the Air Force. I couldn't see through the undergrowth of the path that I chose, but I had absolutely no inkling that it would lead me here today with you. Nor did I ever consider how my choices at this crossroads would affect my life, and luckily for me, bring some particular people into my life here today. The next significant crossroads was my first duty station, which may sound weird to some of you because you usually don't have a choice. They just tell you where you're going. But bear with me. At technical training at Chinook for liquid fuels, I received an assignment to Alaska. But three of my classmates, who never even volunteered to go overseas, all got Germany, which was my #1 choice. Alaska wasn't even on the list for me. So that's pretty much how it works. But I talked one of them into swapping with me, so I wound up in Germany. Just a couple months after I got there, my first supervisor died. Dropped dead, heart attack, mass heart, gone. I barely had my first strike on. Left me and 2 senior airmen, and one of them was all messed up because he didn't make buck sergeant. And we were pretty much to ourselves. A senior NCO would drop by every once in a while and just make sure we were still alive, but we really didn't have any leadership. But we made it through the base closure, and we didn't kill each other, but it wasn't any fun. And neither was my next assignment down to Shepherd. Again, I was short on leadership, I was short on proper role model, and then so when I had a chance to change jobs in 1995, I jumped at it. It didn't matter what it was. Probably the most significant crossroad of my career was that. New job was historian. And once I got into that, I started finally having fun. It wasn't a chore to go to work every day. I felt like what I did was appreciated, and it was important. And so I began to be happy in the Air Force. And then I began to meet other people who were being happy. Amazing how that works, right? So I went to tech school with, unfortunately he's not here today, but technical sergeant, now master sergeant retired, Yancey Males, who just got here a couple months ago to be the command historian. Yancey was my very first proper role model of an NCO. And he was really a great help. I came out of CE, I didn't know what's a group. What do you mean there's other squadrons? I had no clue. And he was amazing and really set the tone for the next 11 years of my career. And I wish he could be here today, but I'm really happy I got to see him again. He made a huge impact. 95 to 2000, I was at Moody, and other than Mickey, it was a disaster, so I'm not even going to talk about it. So we're going to skip ahead to 2000. I'm off to England, and I was really happy to be going, not just because I was going back to Europe, but I actually would go to an office where I knew who I was going to work with. Then Technical Sergeant Greg Henneman, sitting right there with his wife Jennifer. We met in Italy in '99 when we were deployed for the Kosovo-Yugoslavian mess, no bueno. And he'll shake his head no, because that's what he does, but he taught me so much in just a couple months. It was amazing. And then, so I had been in the history office for 5 years when I got to England. Basically, in history office, as you know, is abbreviated HO. So I thought I knew what I was doing, but under Greg's tutelage in England, and apologies to Yancy, but we were the rock stars of hose. We were the best hose in the Air Force 3 years in a row. He could have done that with anybody else, but I couldn't have done it without him. So I have absolutely no doubt that the track record of that success was exactly why I made master, and definitely why I made senior. And so not only did he exemplify the professionalism and expertise, but he gave me the opportunity to push my own boundaries. He captured the essence of those 3 years in England on my going away. I don't know if you remember this, but it said, "I'll go." That's all it said on it, "I'll go." And there was a good reason for that. I'd only been there for about 11 months, not even a year, when 9/11 happened. And of course, the world just changed completely. American kids needed escorts on their school buses. I'll go. A base near London needed security for B-52s. I'll go. A 4-month deployment in Qatar came up. I'll go. A 3-week F-16 security detail in Netherlands. I'll go. And every time I said I'll go, Greg was left in the office all alone to do all of the work. He never complained. He never said no. He pressed on in his very humble way, and he was ever supportive of letting me go. He was the first true embodiment of the Air Force core values, and continues to be the most selfless man that I ever had the privilege of working with and calling a friend. So because of him, I knew that the core values, living those, wasn't just possible, because you talk about them all the time, but could really be a source of happiness and purpose. And I tried to emulate him, which didn't really work. It didn't turn out very well most of the time, but I will always be so very grateful. And I'm also grateful that I had a little bit of a chance to pay just a little bit of it back. So General Sharpie mentioned Katrina going down there. So in 2005, Greg got a call to say, "Hey, we need you to go down to Tyndall and document Katrina and all the Air Force efforts." Jennifer was, days away from having their second son. And Greg, did you call me? Or did they? I can't remember how it happened. Yeah, but somebody called me and they said, "Hey, Greg, Jennifer's about to have a baby. Can you go?" I was like, "I'll go. I'll go." It was the least I could do for someone who had such a huge impact on my life. I love you. Thank you. A few years later, 2006, another significant crossroads. They civilianized the hose. I couldn't be a hoe anymore. So, as you can imagine, there's not a lot of hoes in the Air Force. Nancy, Greg, and I were doing the job. There were only about 100 of us in uniform. So when I looked for a new job, I tried to pick the biggest one, and which is how I and I already had a top secret clearance, so that's how I kind of fell into command post. And then, so off to Washington State, I run off to 2007 out there, and the rest was downhill from there. But yeah, so General Sharpie, because they're just a couple of months after, hey, I called you General. That's pretty good. Yeah, he was my first point commander in the new job, and like he said, it was a rocky start, and I was still saying that the test button was right next to the siren button, and it had nothing to do with the test. We were just on the sirens. So anyway, less than a year, we both headed off to Southeast Asia, different bases, but I wound up in Iraq, and then when I got there, I had difficulty on how to be a good follower for my new colonel. And he was in the same time zone. I reached out to him. He took time to give me some much needed mentorship, and which really resulted in a good, satisfying deployment, my first one like in the box. After Iraq, I got promoted to senior again because of that man right there, and faced another crossroads. So I had orders to Korea, and when I got promoted, they said, "Well, you can go to Korea for 2, you can go to Okinawa for 3." So I went to Okinawa, and what a huge impact that has made. My friend Trishti and Nathan, and my new friend Bert that I met last night. But I wouldn't know you guys if I hadn't hooked up with the House Terriers there. and really found that outlet that I needed, that de-stressed away from work. So then in 2011, I wound up going to Iraq a second time, which turned into a year. And Colonel at the time, Sharpie, was also in the area, and I got a 3-day break in Qatar, and we had a little bit more mentorship, and I think it was tempered with maybe a week dram of scotch, possibly. You can only have 3, so it was a week, yeah. But it was even more important there that it was a friendly and familiar face, and Spalad was getting hit pretty often, and the sirens were real there. And so getting a couple days break with fellowship over a nice meal and a drink was a huge spirit lifter for me, and it really pulled me through the rest of the time. So thank you, sir. 2014, I moved on to Germany. There he is again. And Brigadier General Sharpie now. Things were pretty rocky in my life. And it was in passing. Seconds, not even a minute probably. And but that, just seeing you made such a huge impact. And I went home and I thought about all the things we talked about over the years. And I really re-examined. I still ended up getting fired, but not because of your advice, but that's just how it worked out. Yeah, that time, right? So, but it all worked out, and just seeing you made a huge difference. 2017, I'm in Afghanistan for a year, and I'm like, oh, I have 523 days left before I can retire, right? And so I think, well, who should do my retirement ceremony? And I was like, oh, yeah. Well, that knucklehead colonel from Iraq, I don't know where I can find him, but so I figured John Sharp would do. Of course not. Right. Sir, I cannot begin to tell you what your presence here means today, and how great an effect you had on me. It'll really last forever. But I can go on, but I think there's some yawning going on. One of the hashers went to the bar already. And so I want to sum it up for you in 4 words, because 4 words is what will fit on the brick at the Enlisted Heritage Hall that I put there for you. And I have a, here it is. Yep. I have a certificate for you, sir. So it says Major General Tom Sharpie. Actually, it's 5 words. I should have, yeah, it's 5 words. Thank you for it. Sorry. Thank you, sir. So, for much of my career, I felt as though I was on my own. My first supervisor dies. My next one literally is under investigation for spousal abuse. My 3rd one is living in his van behind the gym. Yeah, and that was my first 4 years. Yeah. But because of Yancey, because of Greg, and because of General Sharpie, I wasn't on my own. And of course, there's hundreds of other people in that list. So many others. Mr. Stewart, who we worked together in Germany. Mike, we worked together in Germany. Chief Walls, we were in Afghanistan and at Fairchild together. Chris Varner back there in Afghanistan with me. Doug, Dan in Ramstein. This is just amazing how all of these people have wound up being here and could actually come here today. It has been an extraordinary honor and an extreme privilege to work and serve with so many amazing airmen. In 92, I'm pitching, it's not working, I'm pitching. In 92, when I decided to enlist, I could never have guessed that today would be the culmination of that crossroad and that choice. That you guys would be at the end of that shady path in the Yellowwood. And more than a 1/4 century after I stepped onto that path. I shall be telling this with a sigh. Somewhere ages and ages hence, 2 roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Sergeant Webb. The men and women of the United States Air Force and the AFMC Command Center are proud to have served with you and assured that you will always be a valuable member to the Air Force family. We wish you success in your future endeavors. Master Sergeant Meek now has a final presentation.
Please, sit down.
Good morning, everybody. Well, earlier, we were going to, on behalf of Chief Scott and the rest of the 1 Charlie 3s and A3, we were going to embarrass her even further and give her more gifts, but, you know, I can only zoom in and get so many tear shots, so we decided not to do it. But those gifts have been presented to her earlier, and they are on display in the back. But also, on behalf of Chief Scott and the 1 Charlie 3s and A3, we would like to present you with the clothing of the watch. The watch. For 26 years, she has stood the watch. While some of us were asleep at night, she stood the watch. While some of us were in school, learning our trade, she stood the watch. Yes, even before some of us were born into this world, she stood the watch. She stood the watch for 26 years. She stood the watch so that we, our families, and our fellow countrymen could sleep soundly knowing that she stood the watch. And today we are here to say, the watch stands relieved. Relieved by those trained, by those you have trained, guided, and led. Senior Webb, you stand relieved. We have the watch. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Senior Master Sergeant Webb, thank you for celebrating this very special day with her. Her Hawk family, although Sergeant Webb tried to write it in the script, we felt that your well-placed 21-gun salute, or 21-finger salute of love, would not be appropriate for today's event. To our Hasher family, the real words of the Air Force song are on the back of your program. Ladies and gentlemen, if you wouldn't mind, please stand for the singing of the Air Force song and remain standing for the departure of the Air Force, for the official parade.
Off we go.